You know, the song's about hanging out with wild boars and bears out in the wilderness. I don't know if y'all guys ever ran into packs of wild boars, but it's off the chain when that shit happens. I love those gangsters. So about, I guess, a year ago, my dad dropped me off at this holy psychedelic trail. I did like this crazy, I guess, 3-day hike on the psychedelic trail called the Duncan Ridge Trail. He dropped me off late in the afternoon. So I started hiking not that far from sundown, like 6 p.m. I hiked like 16 miles that night, so I got into the psychedelic shelter. And I guess I would have to say it was like maybe 11 p.m. I did some crazy hiking that night. It was foggy and raining, though it was a full moon, so there was a psychedelic light coming through the fog and rain. I was wilding out. I was chilling. It was pitch black, and I'm hiking up this psychedelic mountaintop. I get to the top of the peak, and I sense some psychedelic vibrations going around. All of a sudden, I hear some crazy spiritual noises all surrounding me. I hear, and I realize I'm surrounded by a pack of wild boars. In the pitch black on top of this mountain peak. And I'm just like, damn dog, it's on. So I'm like, what up? And I start throwing big old rocks up into the air, just trying to make them, you know, not maul me and shit. And they went running off. It was cool. It was off the chain. Another time, I was hiking and camping out on top of this psychedelic mountain called Flat Top Mountain in Georgia. I was camping on top of this mountain. It's called Flat Top because the motherfucker is flat on top. And I was camping right on top where they used to have this old fire tower that they done taken down now. It's just covered in poison ivy, and it's got a big old psychedelic holy tree right in the middle. I think it was a holy oak tree, not show. Don't really remember for show, but it was off the chain. I set up my tent. I hung out for a while, puffed a couple pounds, was just hanging out. Got up in my tent, sundown, started reading a psychedelic novel, a spiritual psychedelic novel. Next thing you know, it's about an hour later, I'm about an hour deep in this psychedelic novel experience. All of a sudden I feel some gangsters brushing up against the tent. I'm like, dog, something's brushing up against my tent. I don't know what it is. I think it's a bear. Because I think I had some crazy ass candy wrappers or something in my pocket. So I was like, dude, he's coming after me. So I'm like, it's probably a bear. Let's just chill out. Next thing you know, I feel gangsters from all sides brushing up against my tent. And I'm like, dude, some shit's going down. I realize it's a holy pack of wild boars. It's like 20 of those gangsters. And they all brushing up against my tent. And they all just dogging all kinds of worms and grubs and shit from the top of the holy flat top. And I realize I'm right in the center of about 20, 25, 30 wild boars. And I'm like, damn. All of a sudden, a lightning bolt in the sky strikes down right above the mountaintop. The king boar lets out a... The holy pack goes running. Luckily, I think boars, they say they might be colorblind, but they can see the color orange because those motherfuckers did see my tent, and they did not crush me, dog. They ran right around my tent. 20 wild boars, maybe even 30. They ran down the mountainside. The whole earth was rumbling for like 5 minutes. The earth was just shaking like it was an earthquake or something like that. Another time with the wild boars, I was eating the psychedelic holy shrees. I was walking in the mountains, deep, deep, deep on that holy Duncan Ridge Trail. I ate the holy mushrooms early in the morning. I was walking down the trail. I saw a psychedelic silver floating object ahead of me, maybe half a mile on top of a mountain. I said, what is that shit? I was like, it's gonna be gangster. So I got up to the psychedelic silver object. I realized it was a psychedelic silver balloon that had floated up from the valley from some kid's birthday or some shit like that. I was like, dude, this is off the chain. So I stuck it in my pocket and I went, whoa. The second I said, whoa, a huge pack of wild boar pop up underneath the leaf pile right to my right. There's a big mama, big daddy, huge ass dude, huge ass girl, they shot off like missiles from a torpedo launcher or some shit. Then there was like 10 little baby boars, like this big, like little pusses, and they shot off in a line. That shit was off the chain. And that's kind of what this song is about. It's about boars and bears and just hanging out in the woods, man. I'm also making a psychedelic hiking guide one day. I started working on it. I made a holy map of this area. It's called the Rich Mountains. It's the Rich Mountain Blues, dog. Well, you're down on Stanley Creek, and that autumn is a-coming. The leaves are falling down, and that water sure is running. Look up to your side, see that big old bee mountain. Feel that spirit flow, that holy cleansing fountain. And I got those rich mountain blues. And oh, my friend, that is what I choose. Smell that holy smell, taste that holy taste, live that holy life every single day. And I got those rich mountain blues. And oh, my friend, that is what I choose. I spend my time down by that creek, or with the holy goddess on that spiritual mountain